What's up, y'all? Hey, welcome back. Or me, welcome back. Whatever, it's the weekly look ahead. You get the idea. We got a lot of stuff this week. Let's just roll into it, shall we? I mean, we got a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and start it off here with the main thing, I would say. Another podcast recording, this time with Cole Worley. Now, whenever I've had Cole on the show, it's to talk about like John Company or Oath or whatever that may be, PAX Premiere 2.0. This isn't going to be that. This is him talking about the games he's been playing. And Cole plays a lot of games. When Cole was here in the studio for our live stream of John Company's second edition, after the stream of that, we sat around for, I don't know, 2 hours or so, just kind of chewing the fat on games, all of us. And I was like, wow, you really... It's rare that designers or publishers or whatever, which he is both, play a lot of games that aren't theirs or prototypes of theirs and stuff like that, playtesting. And so I was like, you ever want to come on and just talk about this stuff? That'd be cool. And he's like, yeah. So there you go, Tuesday. So 3 o'clock tomorrow, 1500. Here, we're going to be doing it live, and then actually it's going to be probably about 3 weeks till you actually get this on the podcast, because the last recording we did with John is going to be released first, so that's coming, and now we're going to be doing this. I'm sure we'll talk some John Company and whatever else is coming next, but that's not what this is going to be. It's just Cole co-hosting the podcast, so I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully y'all enjoy it, whether it's live here on YouTube or after the fact on the podcast, or both, whichever that may be. Then, that night at 1900 Eastern, we're going to be doing Underwater Cities. Now, we're going to kind of have some of the expansion stuff in this, so it's not going to be a pure base game playthrough of it. We did this a number of years ago when it first came out, but we never did do the expansion. So it's going to be kind of an amalgamation. It's not going to be all the expansion stuff. It's going to be some of it, whatever. But yeah, we're going to get together and bust this out tomorrow night. We played it a game day, and I enjoyed it more now than I did back then. So hopefully y'all join us for that. Look for that at 1900 Eastern, 0100 across the pond. And then on Wednesday, we're doing Bloodstones. Now, I talked about this when I sat down with John for the podcast recording. We've since got a game under our belt. We're going to be busting this out at 1900 Eastern on Wednesday, which is 0100 across the pond. Martin Wallace's latest. So looking forward to this one. This one is sponsored, so no round table, but you're still going to see a full teaching and playthrough of it. We're not sure if it's going to be 3 or 4 players yet, but honestly, the game isn't going to suffer or benefit one way or the other. It's just going to be availability of folk. So we'll see on that one. Then, the rest of the week, hey, it's solo stuff. So Thursday, note the times here, because the times between Thursday and Friday are going to be different. On Thursday at noon, we're going to be doing Twilight Inscription. What is that? It's a Twilight Imperium roll and write. So when I heard Twilight Imperium, we've already played that. That was, I don't know, 8-9 hours, thereabouts. The roll and write. I was like, oh, so this is like a 3-hour roll and write? And then when I saw it on the table, I couldn't help but laugh. You got 4 board. It's a big one. It's, think Hadrian's Wall size, maybe a little bit bigger. But we busted this out 4-player about maybe 200 minutes or so. So a little over an hour and a half, give or take a little bit. Not as big as I originally thought. However, it's a roll and write, and an hour and a half plus roll and write apparently now is a thing. There are 2 of them out there that I know of, Hadrian's Wall and this one. And we played it multiplayer, and I was like, hey, why don't I try the solo? So that's what I'm doing. So Thursday, solo, noon. That's 1800 across the pond, all right? And then finally, on Friday, a game that no one is asking for. Happy to provide that for y'all. Note the time, 1100 Eastern, which is 1700 over in Europe, or Central European time, I guess. Faron? We're going to go with that. So this has gotten a lot of run recently in our group, maybe getting picked up by a English publisher. It's language independent. It's a pretty quintessential midweight Euro, but I was like, yeah, why don't I bust out the solo of this? You're going to see the multiplayer of it later on next week, as it were. So there's that. All right. Yeah. So there you go. So we got solo stuff, we got multiplayer, we got podcasts. All right, there's no war game and there's no train stuff this week, but that stuff's coming. So there's that. But yeah, you got something just about every day this week. So hopefully you all join me for that. Good to be back, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the podcast recording for Cole. Also, if y'all, I'm going to be setting up the landing page for that. So if there's any questions you want, that'll be set up this afternoon. So you'll be able to post in the chat there, and I'll be able to maybe incorporate some of those things. But again, it's not an interview. Remember, keep that in mind. I'll see y'all later on this week then. Take care. Hopefully you all join us. Thanks, everybody. Bye.